Hello, good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Luxmy, Gopal and Roger Johnson.
Our headlines today.
Morning. The US Secretary of State, Antony Blinken, is travelling to Israel this morning for talks with Benjamin Netanyahu amid continued efforts to secure a ceasefire in the region.
The United States and Israel have suggested cautious optimism following talks at the end of last week. But a senior Hamas official told the BBC there had been no progress. Greg Mackenzie has the story.
And concerns in Ukraine, first of all, Luxmy.
That's right, Roger. Regarding the biggest nuclear power plant in Europe, yes, the UN's nuclear watchdog says the safety situation at the Zaporizhzhia plant in Russian-occupied Ukraine is deteriorating following a drone strike. The Home Office says it will include extreme misogyny among types of extremism which the government should take steps to tackle. It started a review to address gaps in the system. Our political correspondent Charlotte Rose joins us now. Morning, Charlotte. Around 450 households in the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have visited a music school as their tour of Colombia continues. On the penultimate day of their 4-day trip, Prince Harry and Meghan were greeted by the sound of drums as they arrived at a school. Our South America correspondent Ione Wells has more. A week on from the Olympics closing ceremony, some of Team GB's medal winners have been celebrating their Paris success with a homecoming party in Manchester. Just to warn you, there's some flash photography in Joe Curry's report from the red carpet. And you can watch Team GB Homecoming on BBC One at 8:30 tonight. And we'll be speaking to one of the bronze medalists from Team GB a little later.
Yeah, Jake Jarman will be here in around about an hour's time. We'll continue the sporting theme.
Well,
loosely. Have a look at this. It's a track normally used for horse racing in Washington.
They should have those other fancy dress costumes, one with the jockeys, you know, with the horse. And the,
coming up with Strawberry Moon again.
If anyone knows his stuff, Simon really does know his stuff. It's 17 minutes past 7 now.
Now, a service that prides itself on providing a safe space for women on nights out in Leeds is facing an uncertain future as its funding comes to an end.
Yeah, it's called the Safe Space Bus. It was launched 2 years ago, and since then it's supported more than 2,000 women, including those who've been assaulted, abused or had their drinks spiked. Our reporter Emma Glasby spent a night with the team to find out a little bit more about the work that they do. There's some of the really good work being done in Leeds by the Safe Space Bus. Now, holiday season, of course, for many people. If you've been lucky enough, maybe you've been, maybe you're going off on a summer break. But a mother and daughter who have mobility issues so that they've been left feeling like a burden while travelling because of their disabilities.
Amy and Joe Poll were taking a domestic flight from Heathrow Airport where they said they were made to feel undignified. They were speaking to our reporter, Paul Hawkins. Well, this week, the Transport Secretary will meet a campaign group, Rights on Flights, to discuss what can be done to improve air travel for everyone. We're joined now by the presenter, and if you're squeamish of rats, if you've got rat phobia, although it was, don't judge me, but I thought it was quite cute, the way that one of them came out to sneak a chip.
Yeah.
Very relatable.
It was the analogy of the gentleman from Cobra Pest Control was good, wasn't it?
People at a fish and chip shop.
If you give away free fish and chips, it doesn't mean there are more people in the area.
It just brings them all out. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it would, I'd do that. Yeah. Right, 7:35. Shall we have a look at the...
Say, don't they, towards the end of a season, that going first in the weekend ahead of your rivals, whether it's relegation or the title, is really important because...
The Home Office says it will include extreme misogyny among types of extremism which the government should take steps to tackle. It started a review to address gaps in the system. Our political correspondent Charlotte Rose joins us now. Charlotte, how does the government plan to put this all into practice? Well, around 450 households in the Duke and Duchess of Sussex have visited a music school as their tour of Colombia continues. On the penultimate day of their 4-day trip, Prince Harry and Meghan were greeted by the sound of drums as they arrived at a school. Our South America correspondent Ione Wells has more. A week on from the Olympics closing ceremony, some of Team GB's medal winners have been celebrating their Paris success with a homecoming party in Manchester. Now, just to give you a heads up, there's some flash photography in Joe Curry's report from the red carpet.
By that.
Yeah, so my landings, I wasn't nailing them like I was...
Aren't they? Your score was 14.933. You were only 0.067 offer gold.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally a footstep.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, yeah. It's a tenth, basically, so it's easy to say, like, oh, if I didn't step there, you know, that would have...
You spoke to Breakfast. You said that you would love to see Granny Sheila, your granny, with the medal over her neck. Achieved now?
Yeah, achieved. I've got a photo on my phone. Just me and her, you know, she's the real medal. It's a combined effort, really. I know, obviously, I'm the one that's having to compete out there, but...
And two.
Maybe.
I want to see.
Many congrats. You were at the party last night?
I was, yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was great fun.
Oh,
Right,
well,
so-
thank you. You didn't have to leave early on our account.
No.
Thank you, Jake,
Thank
very
you.
much
Thanks
indeed.
so much, Jake.
You can see the homecoming party, by the way, for the Olympians on BBC One tonight at 8:30.
Now, it's coming up to 8:26. The Great British Bake Off judge, Paul Hollywood, has said criticism over the closure of a pub owned by his wife has been unforgivable.
Yeah, Melissa Hollywood was supported by her husband. She was given permission by Ashford Borough Council to turn the 600-year-old Chequers Inn into a home. The decision has faced huge opposition from local residents, though, as Leanne Rinney reports. We're on the BBC News Channel and over on BBC Two. Hit that button until 9 o'clock. But this is where we say goodbye to viewers on BBC One. Have a good day.
Bye for now.